these shops are not supposed to be running. Their permits are fake. Their permits are fake. I can attest to that. Their permits, all of these shops around Tsakani, Tutuza, Kwatema, they are only here because you guys are taking bribes from there. You as police.
Welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about some of the contradictions and the hypocrisy surrounding the foreigner phenomenon in South Africa. I want you to keep in mind that the arguments I'm going to present to you today have only manifested based on the fact that Black South Africa has provided the material.
So, who even gave South African citizens the right to go about searching shops, asking for documents, whether the documents are right or fake? How do you know these documents are fake? Because every time they go out, all these permits are fake, you're receiving bribe for them. Every time this is what they keep talking. How do you know these documents are fake? Were you the one that issued the documents to them? Because these things are getting out of hand. Anyway, guys, are you new on this channel? If you subscribe or not, if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop your comment. Please take a look and watch this video.
For these arguments to be produced through their own behavior. Let's get into it. So as a white South African that has grown up in the new South Africa and was educated in the new South Africa by this government, I, like a lot of you, have been told about a few key words and concepts. It's in fact been drilled into our minds relentlessly. Let's look at some of them. So the first one is equality. Now, I made a video not too long ago that went viral, and I got a lot of pushback from South Africans because, you see, I said that I don't have a problem with Europeans immigrating to this country. They're my racial kin and I love them, and they should come to this country. And Black South Africa pushed back and said to me, well, you know, there's a difference because, you see, Europeans come to this country with papers, they don't commit crime, they bring money, all of these things, right? Which is true. Now, I was taught about equality, and that means that we're all equal and the behavior of people is equal. So I was under the impression that that is your experience when your brothers immigrate to this country. But then I was educated by a lot of people in my comment section, as well as my private DMs, where they were telling me that their African brothers that come to this country commit crime, they sell drugs, they come here without papers, and so forth. Now, there is a clear contradiction here, right? Because where is the equality? Where is the equal behavior? If what you say is true, then clearly the government has lied to me and to you regarding equality. Secondly, I was told that inclusion is good. I was told that diversity is our strength. I was told that unity is important. Now, I was also told that apartheid is bad. I was told that white South Africans under apartheid were not very inclusive, you see, and that made them bad people. And Black South Africa supported that concept. I was told that diversity is good and that white South Africans were evil under apartheid for not wanting diversity. I was told that unity is good, right? Yet, isn't it funny that Black South Africans today don't feel the same way they did in the 70s and the 80s? They don't believe in diversity because if they did, why are they so hostile towards their foreign brothers? Interesting. Now, here's the big one. Apartheid. So I was taught that being apart is bad. Being together is good. You see, and Black South Africans said exactly the same thing in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. Yet today, they seem to love the concept of apartheid. Interesting how that works. So, what it looks like to me is Black South Africa hates apartheid when white people want to be separated from them, but embraces apartheid when they want to separate from their own brothers. Interesting how that works. Very inconsistent behavior. Then we get bombarded with a word called unity. What a laughable idea. So let me get this straight. You want to convince a rational person that somehow unity across racial lines is possible, yet there is no unity amongst your own race. So you have no unity with the foreigners, but you want to convince me and other Europeans that unity is possible between Africans and Europeans. So my issue is not what position you hold. Whether you're for the foreigners or against the foreigners, that doesn't matter to me. What's important is that your actions match the language. You cannot sit here and say that you want equality and you believe in inclusion and diversity and unity and that apartheid is bad, whilst at the same time doing exactly the opposite. At least have the courage then to say, you know what, equality is a lie. There is no such thing as equality. People are different. Have the courage to say that inclusion is not always a good thing, and that diversity is not always a good thing, and that unity is not always possible. Have the courage to say that apartheid is not necessarily a bad thing. You cannot say one thing and do another thing.
You interdict us as activists so that we cannot fight for these people. This is the problem we have with you, because you are interdicting us so that you can continue with your corruption. I can attest to that, because I've always worked with all the operations that are happening around South Africa. I'm always there. But the problem we have is that even in Tanota, those people are not supposed to be running those puzzle shops. Banama asalamu ya shuti, they are here to study. Maruna una 65 umuntu wakona. Uzofunda una 65. Ayikashiyeni ukudlala ngabantu base South Africa. And another thing, let me tell you something. No, listen. The problem is that your very own police are giving them our addresses so that they can come and assassinate us. Let me tell you something, okay? You see, most of these leaders which are here, they've already been targeted already. Yes! We can wake up tomorrow and we can hear something else, because Nina Futi Mapoisa, you're going to target these very same people. Because abantu bakho la babasebenza la, ibona abathatha imali kulabantu. Kumanje. Yabona kumanje. Bogune operation ekhona ngithi around Tsakani and Tutuza kwaTsatuza. Most of those shops uqinisile leadership zivuliwe. Zivulwa bobani? Okay, I know and understand we're gonna deal with those protection fee guys.
South Africans, I think everyone is just tired of this your nonchalant attitude. You people need to grow up. Everyone is just tired. Everyone keeps complaining. The whole world cannot be, the whole African cannot be complaining of you guys, and you think you guys are right. Huh? You guys are not the only African countries or country facing immigration crisis. America did the same, but the way you guys treat immigrants in your country, that's not the same way Americans are treating their own people or treating immigrants in their country. You claim illegal foreigners in your country, but you cannot arrest them and deport them. You cannot arrest them and deport them. You think, oh, they are illegal immigrants, you want them out. But when you think of the expenditure, you say, oh, you want their government to come and deport them. Why? Why should the government? You don't want them in your country. You guys should better deport them. We don't want them. We don't do this. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Okay.